on with the piece on Allen and the replay of the Kentucky Derby, which I know my daddy just told me he wished we were showing the replay of the Preakness, which is this Saturday. He'd like to know who the winner of that one is. But Ronnie Burgess is going to go ahead and come on up and talk a little bit about Allen, and then we're going to go ahead and give out the awards. We did have 3 people that were sharp enough to come up with Thunder Gulch. Out of about 140 people that sent in selections, 3 people did come up with the winners. Scotty Fontenelle came the closest of anybody. He had the first horse, the second horse, and he had Jumron who finished 3rd. He finished 4th, so he almost picked the trifecta. So he did the best of the 3 people that were picking the winners. But Ronnie can come on up and talk a little bit about Allen. And I know Mervyn wanted me to mention that the House of Baltman Funeral Home, I want to congratulate them and thank them for supplying Ronnie's wardrobe today.
Was Metairie was the film.
He's only saying that because I'm now the spokesman for the House of Baltman, and I'm looking around this crowd, and I think some of y'all should see me before I leave. Yeah, I don't know where we are on the schedule. Are we supposed to see something now?
Oh, well, go ahead. Want to go ahead?
Okay. Yeah, we are talking about, of course, Black Cat Lacombe. And one of the things everybody remembers about him was his exceptional big heart when he was dealing with some of the less fortunate people, fundraisers and that sort of thing. But I'm told there was one time he went to Louisville for a Kentucky Derby, and his big heart kind of skipped a few beats, and he ended up in a hospital. Well, it was a full-fledged heart attack, but it was close enough that he was going to miss the race. So, sure enough, a couple people came up, including Buddy Diliberto, and to see Allen, and Allen went, "Gee, cuz, it's awfully nice of you to take time out from all the Derby doings to come up here and see me." And Buddy says, "You're not going to need them credentials anymore, are you?" So, anyway, I think we got a little piece on Allen. Is that what's up next?
We got a snafu, but I tell you what, we'll go ahead and we'll go ahead and bring up our winners, give out the awards for the ones that did pick the winner, and hopefully by then we'll get our
okay. Let me say this about the winners. I'm sure we got 2 winners here, and I'm sure they're both going to say that there was a system involved, that they were playing a beaten favorite over 20-1 the next time back. But the truth probably is that they got Talking Man and Thunder Gulch confused. And anyway, I would like, as they come up, to tell us in retrospect what they liked about this horse. Okay? So you want to announce the winner?
Especially Keith G. We're going to bring Keith G up first. He was telling us a story a minute ago. Come on up, Keith. You picked the winner. We got a couple of prizes for you. We got a nice T-shirt from the fairgrounds for you. I think it's in here. I hope so. Yeah, here we go. We got a nice T-shirt for you. And also, here's your T-shirt. And you got a bag. Tell them the story, what you said about what Gary Stevens said. Come on.
I just threw out all the horses Mervyn gave me.
And A.J. Abity from Kelly and Abity presented the bags. It's got the recipe for red beans and rice on them. Is Kathy Good here today? Kathy Good from Cox Cable. She also picked the winner. She wasn't sure if she was going to be able to make it, so we'll hold her bag and send it to her over at Cox Cable. But the one that came close is Scotty Fontenelle. Come on up here, Scotty. You did the best. I know one thing. I wish I'd have been using your handicapping system Saturday. But here's your T-shirt.
Thank you, Mike.
We got a nice bag for you. And Scotty, how did you pick them 1-2? That was almost unbelievable that you. I mean, what made you like those 2 horses?
The thing about it is why didn't I bet them?
Oh, wait. That don't count. We're going to have to take this back. Betting what counts. You got to bet on it.
The ones I bet usually lose. Thinking if I was going to win, I don't bet.
Well, we do know that Keith G did bet on the winner, so he was very happy with that, but he needed the other horse to come for the exacta. And one thing we'd like to tell everybody, Jim Henderson wasn't able to come also. Jim Henderson, of the 140 people that turned in entries, Jim Henderson picked the horse that ran last by like 40 lengths to be the winner. He picked Wild Sin to be the winner. We had an award for him, but Jim wasn't here to pick it up. And we have one other award, the worst overall picks of your 4 horses. And we went through it. That took us a while because we had quite a few people who had some bad picks. Me for one. But the overall consensus of whose horses did the worst of the 4 horses picked, we got we do have a nice hat for this award, and the worst overall selections go to Jerry Powers. So Jerry, come on up and get your hat, Jerry. He's one of our handicapping gurus that hangs in Mervin's office all the time, and really he must have had an off day because Jerry does pick pretty good. He's better on the turf though. He's a turf performer.
Try to do better next year.
Yeah, I think me and Gary Parmesan and quite a few of us are saying that we'll try to do better next year. But go ahead and entertain
I know
the
it's
second.
not an award thing, but Jim Henderson picked Wild Sin, who ran last, and I believe Vicky Krantz picked Thunder Gulch to run last, if I'm not mistaken. So next year, you and Henderson got to get together, man. Have a little quinella, first, last, exactly.
Well, if we're not going to be able to get this, we're going to try and get this tape together, but it's ready. Okay, we're going to go ahead and roll the tape. We'll go ahead and show the history tape, and I think we're going to show the Kentucky Derby and Alan Lacombe piece. Alan Lacombe, and then we'll follow that with the Kentucky Derby.
He's been betting for over 50 years, more than half of which he's been at the fairgrounds.